Welcome to the show. This is K24 this morning, and it's going to be fun times on this particular show because today I'm hosting a very good friend of mine who's going to take us through a journey of hers as far as parenthood is concerned and co-parenting as well. I'm talking about none other than Eve Mushoki. How are you doing?
Hi, Paul.
Content creator on Instagram. How's because I see you have so how can I explain this? Some crazy content on Instagram. What inspires some of the things that you do? Because mimi nasemanga aka kamama kamechizi.
Are you talking about TikTok?
Yes, TikTok.
Oh,
but you always, because I'm not on TikTok, but you spill over some of your content
Yes,
onto Instagram.
yes.
Saa zingine mara uko bedroom una dance, sijui mara uko na mama yako unamfanisha manini hapo hivyo, sijui mara uko jikoni unaimba, sijui mara you're taking your son. Like what goes through your mind? I would expect that one from someone like Mamito or Kicha Wanjiku, but my friend, what's up?
I just love having fun, and at times I just don't take myself seriously.
So you don't take yourself seriously. Ushajidharau yani basically.
Just say I'm just saying at times. Yeah, you just as in when you start thinking about life and you become too serious about it. What's the point?
And speaking of life as well, you do a lot of motivational quotes on your page, trying to encourage sana women.
Yes.
Why is that? Is it because of your experiences? Is it because you have a lot of wisdom?
No, no, I'm not that wise. But I believe it's because of my experiences and the things that I've gone through in life have made me want to. I realize that you don't go through something alone. Yeah. There's always someone else going through the same thing. Yeah. So if someone else was an inspiration to me, why can I not be that to someone else? All right. Yes.
So a lot of the quotes that you take, of course, I know you borrow from a lot of writers and philosophers and other people, leaders all over the world. But who is one of the person who actually inspires you a lot to say some of the things that you say?
This will sound weird to some people.
Is it Beyonce?
No.
Rihanna?
No,
it's not. Kasi Beyonce ni Rihanna, but okay, yeah, tuambie basi.
It's Puff Daddy. I don't know.
P. Diddy?
I know, it sounds
the
weird.
The rapper?
Yes.
Jama wa hip hop?
Yes.
Ule jama wa rock?
No, that guy. Okay, I think for me it's because he's very... I love his business side, and he does so many things. Like you can, as much as he's a rapper, he's also business oriented. He does so many things.
All right, good stuff. Let's take a look at our question of the day as we get the conversation started. We're talking about co-parenting, and this is what we're asking. What do you think are some of the major challenges to co-parenting? What do you think are some of the major challenges to co-parenting? K24 TV is where you'll find us across all social media platforms. And of course, right there is our WhatsApp line. If you are a co-parent, of course, with your partner, would like to know how is it, what are some of the challenges? Is it easy? Is it difficult? Is it something that you decided by yourself? Is it something that they decided and they told you and you had to accept it? Is it, was it a mutual understanding kind of situation? Please let us know so we can also inspire, just like Evelyn is going to be inspiring us, so that at least what we know, at the end of the day, life continues and it's as easy as A, B, C, D. So Eve, let me start off by asking, how is motherhood?
Amazing.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. It has its challenges, but there's no title I love than being a mom.
So if today you were to vie for MCA or MP or senator, at the end of the day, you'd be like, so I'm in but I'm a mom first.
Yes. As in, I'm a mom first. My son comes first every single time.
And how is he in terms of, because he's a man, he's a boy rather, we're looking forward to him being a man in the future. Yeah. Does that scare you at all?
Yes, it does.
Why?
Because I think the parent in me will still look at him as a small boy. Like, he's still my child at the end of the day. So.
You know, now that you've mentioned that, I have a problem with my mom. My mom calls me every single... Okay, nowadays because she's going through chemotherapy, I meet her almost on a daily basis. But my mom checks up on me every morning. She will call me during lunchtime. I mean, do you feel like you'll have that kind of attachment to your son?
Yes, I already have that attachment to my son.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my friends a couple of days ago, I've never gone anywhere and slept without my son. And the one time I actually did, I think I panicked because I kept like calling the whole night. I'm like, wait, how's my son doing? How is he? I want to talk to him. And then the parent guilt eats you up a lot. For me, it's a lot. Yeah. So yeah, our bond is, I'd say it's unbreakable. Maybe because he's small, but I hope that it actually becomes like that until he's old. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about the journey of you becoming a parent. How old is Dylan right now? I think 4.
Yeah, he's 4.
Yeah, he's 4. And from 4 years ago, the journey wasn't necessarily easy.
Yeah,
you know
the story.
from I know the story from the pregnancy.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things. And yet, I think you're the first parent I ever met who was in your kind of situation. So
yeah.
Let's first of all talk about the situation. How was it?
Being pregnant. Being pregnant was hard. Because the first few months when I got pregnant, I fell into depression. Because you see, this isn't something that I had planned. I hadn't planned on being a parent at 23. So knowing that you're pregnant, first of all, I felt like I was a disappointment to my parents.
Why?
Because I wasn't married. You see, like in Africa.
In Africa, okay. You see, that's where the problem is. That in Africa?
In African culture, like for you to have a child, like there needs to be someone, even if you're not married, like your parents know, and yeah, this is the person who's with my child, as in who's walking around with my child. So for me not having that person, and then just telling my parents, and yeah, I'm pregnant, for me, it broke me down. Yeah. Like,
did you tell them immediately when you discovered that you're pregnant? Did you be like, oh my God, mom, guess what? Ama, it was Ileza.
No.
Strategy.
Like I say, the first few months were very hard because I fell into depression. So I lost so much weight. And my mom noticed. And then she was like, what's going on with you? I was like, nothing, because I didn't want to tell her, because I hadn't also accepted it, that anyway, I say I'm pregnant. So for me to even utter those words, because I'd only told like 2 or 3 people. Yeah. And my sister was one of them. So I told my sister not to tell my mom, because you see, it wasn't in her place to actually tell my mom.
Right.
Yeah, so one day I remember going home and I had a headache. And my mom was like, we go buy painkillers. And then you see, when you're pregnant, the first few months you're told, don't take painkillers. Yeah. So I couldn't take them. Then she's like, why are you not taking
had you started going for clinic, or this is just...
No, I hadn't started.
Okay, but you knew you shouldn't take painkillers. Okay.
Yes. So I was like, she's like, you need to take painkillers. I'm like, no, I'm not going to take. Then she's like, why are you not taking? So I went to the bedroom and slept. She asked my brother to come wake me up. So that I can go and eat. Okay. So when my bro came and woke me up, I was like, no, I'm not getting out. My mom came to my room and then pulled out the covers. She's like, you need to come and eat. Immediately, immediately, I started breaking down. And then she's like, Kwenye, what's wrong? Because she was also shocked. She's like, why are you crying? Yeah. And I was like,
is it normal for your mom to just come and yank you off the bed?
No, it's not. But I think because, a parent's instinct. Yeah. She had already noticed something is wrong.
So she was trying to get information from you?
Yes. Okay. So she sat down and then she's like, what's wrong? I kept quiet. Then she's like, are you pregnant? I was like, your point on, like, your guesses are like this accurate. And then I was like, I told her yes. Then I started crying. Then she's like, that's it. Her reaction wasn't what I expected. I thought she'd be like,
toka kwa nyumba yangu.
You have failed us as a family. But that wasn't the case. She was like, people are out here suffering from so many things. Pregnancy is not one of them. And being a parent will be the best decision you ever make in your life. Nice. Because you're going to love your child more than you even love me. That's what she told me. Wow. And then she's like, don't worry about your dad. Maybe my dad is watching this, but don't worry about your dad, but ntongia tu na yeye. So that was it. And then she talked to my dad. Yeah.
All right. Nice. Okay, fast forward.
Yes.
You went through pregnancy, and I remember because we started talking much when that happened.
Yes.
You went through pregnancy alone.
Yes.
In terms of your partner wasn't there.
Yes.
Was he also shocked when you told him, babe, I'm pregnant? He was like, what?
Definitely. Yes, he was very shocked because I think after many years, that's how I kind of understand where he was at that time. Because when I told him, he was like, okay, sawa, we'll see what we can do. And then he went silent. He didn't talk to me. We didn't talk to each other, I think, for a couple of months.
What?
Yes, so...
Wait, let me just... so that the audience can... Because I'm sure, chances are, and I hope not, someone is going through this.
Yes.
You told him, niko na mimba, or did you meet him face to face? Was it via text?
No, it was on call. Yes, okay. I called him and told him, I think I'm pregnant. He's like, are you sure? I I was like, no, but hey, let me test. So when I tested it, I told him the results
Positive.
are positive. Then we talked for like 2 or 3 days. Then after that, the communication was cut off. Like we stopped talking to each other.
He went MIA.
Yes.
Okay, and then? Did you follow him up? Like, did you call him, call his friends, go to his home, his gigs?
No, no, I didn't go to his home. Yeah, but I talked to his friends because apparently most of his friends maybe didn't know that I was pregnant.
Okay.
So when I talked to some of his friends, that's when he started like maybe coming back. He realized, yeah, but Eve is pregnant. So and yeah, what are we going to do about it?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So fast forward again. So you finally got your baby, and then now reality rather hit you.
Yes.
Sasa ndiye aka kamekuja. Handsome young man. Now I have to deal with this.
Yes.
How was that part?
I was happy, and also at some point it was emotionally draining for me.
How so?
Because at times he had very bad colic. So at times he didn't sleep at night. And I remember there were times I used to wake up at night because he's not sleeping.
Yeah, for those who are wondering what colic is when a baby has got gas in his gut.
Yes.
Na kanasikia uchungu because
Yeah, it's very
hakajui how to take
uncomfortable.
care of it.
Yes.
Akaja bap vizuri and so on. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I remember there were times, one memory I really remember, that time that was hard for me when he was born, was, I remember there was a time I went to the kitchen I don't know what I was getting. Then I sat down on the floor with him and he was crying. I started crying. I was like,
Because you didn't know what to do.
yes, because my mom was sleeping, but then also I think for me I didn't want to bother my parents so much because
Yes.
I had already moved back home because my dad asked me to move back home. So for me, I felt like they've already done too much for me. So I'm not going to be a person that asks a lot from them.
Yeah.
So I remember waking up in the middle of the night and sitting with him on the floor in the kitchen and crying. He was crying, I'm also crying. And then I was there asking God, why am I going through this? And then I'm also thinking, where is the person who I gave birth, as in who gave
got
me
you
this
pregnant?
child?
Yes.
Pregnant. And then where is he? It was a very tough time. But when I
Because you had to move from your home back into your parents' house.
Yes.
So that you can, first of all, go through the pregnancy.
Yes.
Secondly, take care of the child because sasa,
yeah.
huwezi ishi peke yako na kamutu kako hapo hivyo, days old.
Yeah, and then I didn't know how to raise a baby. So going back home was the best option.
Yeah.
Because my mom was there hands-on. My mom, my sister, my dad, they were hands-on. So they really helped me. But emotionally, I felt like I was really struggling.
So,
Sorry.
At what point was your partner there with you, or rather, let me call him baby dad? Did baby daddy come through for you when the child was born, Ama? He was still going also through his own process of understanding what is going on.
I think I'd say he was also going through his the whole process of understanding what's really going on. That's what I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So eventually, when all was said and done, you raised your child. I've attended a couple of his birthdays.
Yes, you have.
Kana nikumbuka kweli?
I don't think I'm kusahau.
Oh, okay, good stuff. Ambia ule anko wa mkate. Sasa, after going through that period,
yeah.
So then after he now came to the reality, he came and now you guys are co-parenting.
Yes, a few years down the line,
yeah.
That's when we came to actually discuss, and we were like, you know what, it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about our child.
So what made him come back? Is it you who kept on calling him like, we mtoto wako hapa hivi ana diapers ama we anataka kwenda shule ama we huyu mtu anataka kuona babake? How did the reunion happen?
Because we've had on and off, like it's not a relationship, like co-parenting.
Okay.
At times we're good and he's 100% there for his child, and then when me and him, our communication breaks down. He's not there physically or even emotionally.
Yeah.
Yes. So when we had our is it ups and downs or offs? On and off. Yes. On and offs. I remember there's a time we sat down, and then this is actually very funny because the person who actually encouraged me to do this is actually my ex. This is so weird.
Your ex told you talk to your baby daddy? Ama ndio nielewe.
No, my ex was like, it's not good for Dylan to grow up without knowing his dad.
Okay.
And even if you and him are not like together. I think it's okay for you to actually reach out and ask him And you guys set like, have a mutual understanding. Like, yeah, I need you to be here for you, for our child. So that's when I didn't keep calling. I think my pride and my ego wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
But at that point, at that point I was like, you know what? It's not about me, because my love for my son is more than maybe how I don't hate
Your
him.
relationship issues.
More than our relationship issues.
But let me ask you then, did you at any one point, of course, and this is very much understandable if it happened, did you at any one point hate this guy? Like, iki kingombe, kinaweza jikuja hapa hivi kinanipatia mimba, alafu kinaamua tu kustep.
I think hate is a very strong word, but
Yeah.
there's a point I really disliked him. Because like, I'm here raising your child and maybe you're out drinking. Also, I also want to have time for me. Yes. So there were those times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So eventually, after you guys sat down, mjamaa akaamua kustep up, yani akaamua kukuwa fadhe sasa,
Yes.
fadhela. What are some of the things that you guys discussed in terms of, say, did he offer, first of all, like I'll pay the school fees indeed if the child needs to go to school? Will I do the diapers? Will I do his wardrobe? Will I do, you know, like, how did that conversation start? Did you come with a list? Ukamwambia, hebu sikiza hapa msee.
Listen.
Ujue in the last 4 years, mtoto wako, diapers zimekuja to like 100,000. You owe me that. Did that happen? Ama, how did it happen?
No, we just sat down and I told him, from day one, I asked him of 3 things. And I was very consistent on those 3 things. They were for him to be there for his child financially, physically, and also emotionally. Because you see, as a mom raising a boy, it's kind of hard. I need a man to also help raise this child. So those were the 3 things like I really emphasized on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when he was absent, when he was unavailable,
Yeah.
did the boy have the father figures that he needed?
Yes.
You've mentioned your brother.
Yeah, my brother, my
your dad as well. I'm
I
sure
have
some
male
uncles here
friends.
and there.
Yeah.
Uncle Paul.
Yes, Uncle Paul.
Wativi, Wamkate, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, I have male friends who are there for him. My dad is a constant figure in and also my brother. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I thank God I had male figures around.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think that he missed out on anything
Yes.
by
Yes.
the virtue of his father not being there?
No, for Dylan.
Yeah.
For my
Do
son.
you feel like, do you feel like, you know, Dylan missed, like, unasema babake angekuwa, kangekuwa na ABCD maybe?
At some point, no. Because I feel like he was too small. I think now going forward, that's when he needs to be there.
More.
Yeah, more.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the co-parenting part.
Okay.
How has it been so far since daddy came home? Or rather,
baby
came
daddy.
into the life, sorry. Yeah.
Now we're in a very good place. Like, I'm even shocked saying this, but we're in a very good place because he's coming through for his child financially. Also, right now physically is not, it's not, because he's not around, which I totally understand, but he's always calling and checking up on his son. So that's a very good thing.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that me and him are friends. So now, and we're both mature enough, not like we were when I was 23.
Yeah.
And now,
getting through the anger.
yes, getting through the anger. Because now I think we both realize, you know what, this, me and you are family at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's way bigger than my hate for you or his hatred for me. It's about him and his son, me and my son.
Yeah. And especially the times that you were saying he was on and off.
Yeah.
There are times you would see him calling and you're like, idiot.
I blocked him so many times.
You blocked him.
I blocked him. I was like, I'm telling you, anger and pride.
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Like he'd try and be there. You'd be like, Satan. Serious?
Yes, I would. As in, honestly speaking, I would. Yeah, because you see, also a part of me was hurting. Because I was very hurt. Because like, you have not been here. So what do you want? And I've been raising this child alone. So what do you really want? Yeah, so I think me acting like that was me just letting out my anger.
And did he ever tell you why? Maybe he wasn't there when he was supposed to be there. Was it financial issues? Was he probably, I don't know, maybe dating someone else and then he discovered, oh my God, Eve is pregnant and I cannot deal with it. Like, did he explain himself and you were like, okay, that kind of makes sense?
Mostly it's because he was scared.
Ah.
Yes, and also
of your dad, because I have met your dad.
You've met Medad is not scary. No, he wasn't.
Was he in the military?
No, Medad is not
just,
scary.
Just confirming. But yeah, is he watching?
Yes, he is. I think he is.
I have met your dad, and he's not someone to mess around with.
Yeah.
But he was scared of the whole situation.
Yes, he
basically.
was. Yeah, because also for him, maybe at this point I understand, because maybe he was like, what am I going to offer her? Like, it's not like me and him are in a relationship, so how am I going to be there for the child 100%?
All right.
So it was scary. I believe it was very scary for both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll take a short break right now, though, but when we return, of course, going on with Eve's story, but getting to the nitty-gritties of co-parenting. She has talked about ego and the anger and everything else. If you are currently co-parent or you're a single parent, kindly let us know what is stopping you being, or rather, your partner being in the child of your life, whether it's the baby mama or the baby daddy. Kindly let us know. Meanwhile, here's the question of the day. What do you think are some of the major challenges to co-parenting? Is it ego? Is it the money? K24 TV across all social media platforms. And of course, right there on your screen is our WhatsApp number. Call us. Would love to hear your voice as well. We'll be right back.